Hey, my friends, this is Ryan, and welcome back to Fluent Flow English Podcast. Let me ask you something that might sound familiar. You're watching a movie in English, understanding every word, but then someone asks you a simple question in English, and suddenly, nothing. Your brain freezes. The words are in there somewhere, but they won't come out. If this sounds like you, don't worry. Today, I'm going to explain what's actually happening in your brain when this happens, and more importantly, how to fix it. Let's dive in. In this episode, we're going to explore the science behind why you understand English but can't speak it yet. I'll explain how your brain processes language in two completely different ways, and I'll give you 6 micro-habits that will literally rewire your brain for speaking. As always, I'll speak slowly and clearly so you can shadow along with me. Listen, repeat, and feel your brain building new pathways. Ready? Let's begin. Here's what most people don't realize. When you understand English, you're using one part of your brain. But when you speak English, you're using a completely different part. Understanding uses your receptive language center. It's like a library where all the words are stored, organized, and waiting. You can recognize them when you see or hear them. But speaking uses your productive language center. This is like a factory. It has to quickly grab words, arrange them in order, add grammar, and send signals to your mouth muscles, all in real time.
These are two separate systems in your brain. And here's the key point. Just because one system works doesn't mean the other one automatically works too. You have to train both. Think about it this way. You probably watch movies in English and understand most of what's happening, right? But then someone asks you a simple question in English, and suddenly your mind goes blank. That's not because you're bad at English. It's because your receptive system is strong, but your productive system hasn't been trained yet. Scientists call this the comprehension-production gap. Your brain is wired to protect you from making mistakes in front of other people. When you're about to speak, your brain activates what we call a fear response. It releases stress hormones like cortisol. Your prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of your brain, starts to shut down a little bit. And suddenly, you can't find the words you know are sitting right there in your head. This is a survival mechanism. Your brain thinks speaking incorrectly is a social threat, so it tries to stop you. But here's the good news. You can retrain your brain. You can build new pathways that connect your receptive center to your productive center. This is called neuroplasticity. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use a specific pathway, the stronger it gets. If you never practice speaking, that pathway stays weak. But if you practice speaking every single day, even just for a few minutes, that pathway becomes a highway. Words start flowing faster. Grammar becomes automatic.
And the freezing, it starts to disappear completely. The first micro-habit is called the morning language ritual. Every morning, before you check your phone, speak 3 sentences out loud in English. Just 3. They can be very simple. I slept well. Today is Tuesday. I need coffee. What's happening here? You're waking up your English brain before your native language takes over your day. This creates what scientists call a neural pathway. Think of it like making a small path through a forest. The first time, it's hard, but if you walk the same path every single morning, it becomes easy. Your brain learns something important. Mornings mean English speaking time. This is not about being perfect. This is about being consistent. You don't need to say complex sentences. You don't need perfect grammar. You just need to say something, anything, in English, out loud. Every single day, even if you feel silly talking to yourself, even if your pronunciation isn't great yet. That doesn't matter. What matters is that you're training your productive language center. You're telling your brain, we speak English here. After 2 weeks, something amazing happens. Those 3 sentences start to flow out automatically. You don't have to think so much anymore. The words just come. That's your brain building new circuits. It's like when you first learned to ride a bike. At first, you had to think about every single movement. But after practice, your body just knew what to do. Your brain works the same way with language. The more you repeat the same action, the more automatic it becomes. This is called habit formation. And here's the best part. Once your brain gets used to speaking English in the morning, it stays active for the rest of the day. You'll notice that when someone speaks to you in English later, the words come faster. Your brain is already warmed up. It's like stretching before exercise. You're preparing your language muscles. So starting tomorrow, try it. Before you touch your phone, say 3 simple sentences in English. About your sleep, about the weather, about your breakfast. Anything. Just speak. Micro habit number 2. Echo patterns. This is different from regular shadowing. Here's how it works. Listen to one sentence from a podcast or video, then repeat it 3 times, but change your emotion each time. First time, say it neutrally, just flat, no emotion. Second time, say it with excitement. Make it happy and energetic. Third time, say it with curiosity or sadness. Change how you feel when you say it. Example, I'm going to the store. Now excited, I'm going to the store. Now sad, I'm going to the store. Why does this work? Because you're teaching your brain to find the same words through different emotional pathways. Think about it like this. Imagine your brain is a city, and words are buildings. If you only take one road to reach a building, and that road is blocked, you can't get there. But if you know 5 different roads, you can always reach it. That's what you're doing with emotions. You're creating multiple roads to the same words. This makes it faster and easier to find them when you need to speak. There's another benefit too. When you practice with different emotions, you're also practicing natural intonation. That's the music of English. Native speakers don't talk like robots. They go up and down with their voice. They show feelings through tone. When you repeat sentences with different emotions, you're training your mouth and your ears at the same time. You start to sound more natural, more like a real person having a real conversation. And that builds your confidence. So here's what you do today. Pick any English sentence you hear, from a video, a song, a podcast, anything. Say it 3 times with 3 different feelings. Happy, sad, angry, surprised, bored. Choose any emotions you want. Just make sure they're different each time. Do this with 5 sentences per day. That's only 15 repetitions total. It takes less than 5 minutes. But those 5 minutes are building flexibility in your brain. And flexibility is the secret to fluent speaking. Micro habit 3. The 5-word story. Every day, choose 5 random words. They can be anything you see around you. Cup, window, blue, phone, morning. Now create a short story using all 5 words and speak it out loud. It doesn't have to be a great story. It can be silly. It can be strange. Nobody is listening. This morning, my blue phone fell near the window and hit my cup. See? It sounds a little funny, but that's okay. Center to connect words it wouldn't normally connect. In your native language, you do this automatically all the time. You combine random ideas and make sentences without thinking. But in English, your brain wants to stick to safe, memorized phrases. It doesn't want to take risks. This exercise pushes your brain out of its comfort zone. It says, take these 5 words and make something new, right now, out loud. No time to overthink it.
This builds what neuroscientists call cognitive flexibility. That's a fancy term for your brain's ability to be creative with language. When you practice connecting random words, your brain gets better at combining language elements in new ways. It stops being rigid. It stops freezing when you don't have a memorized sentence ready. Instead, it learns to create sentences on the spot. And that's exactly what real conversation requires. You can't memorize every sentence you'll ever need. You have to be able to build new ones quickly. So here's your task. Right now, look around you. Pick 5 objects or words you can see. A chair, a book, red, coffee, yesterday, anything. Now, make a story using those 5 words and say it out loud. Don't write it down first, just speak. It might feel uncomfortable at first. You might pause. You might make mistakes. That's perfect. That discomfort is your brain building new pathways. Do this once per day. 5 words, 1 story, spoken out loud. In a few weeks, you'll be amazed at how fast you can create sentences. Microhabit number 4, question loops. This is powerful. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Pick any object near you, a pen, a chair, your shoe, anything. Now ask yourself questions about it out loud in English. What color is it? When did I get it? Why do I need it? Who gave it to me? Where did it come from? How often do I use it? Keep asking questions without stopping for the full 2 minutes. Don't think too much. Just ask. Even if the question seems stupid, even if you don't know the answers, just keep your mouth moving. What's happening in your brain during this exercise? You're training rapid question formation. And questions are the foundation of conversation. Think about it. When you meet someone new, you ask questions. When you're at a restaurant, you ask questions. When you need help, you ask questions. If you can quickly form questions, you can also quickly form statements. They use the same grammar structures, the same word order, the same vocabulary. So when you practice making questions fast, you're actually training your whole speaking system. There's something else happening too. You're building speed. Most English learners think too much before they speak. They translate in their head first, they check the grammar, they worry about mistakes. And all of that thinking creates the freeze. But when you have only 2 minutes and you must keep talking, your brain doesn't have time to overthink.
It just acts. It grabs words and throws them out. And you know what? Most of the time, those words are correct. Your brain knows more English than you think. It just needs permission to stop overthinking. So try this right now. Look at your phone. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Pick something you can see. Maybe your cup of coffee. Now, start asking questions. What temperature is it? Do I drink this every day? Where did I buy it? What does it taste like? Is it good for my health? Would I recommend it to a friend? Keep going until the timer stops. Your goal is to never stop talking for the full 2 minutes. Do this exercise once per day. In 1 week, you'll notice something incredible. You'll stop freezing when you need to speak. Your brain will be trained to just go. Microhabit 5. Narrate your actions in present continuous. As you move through your day, describe what you're doing right now using ing verbs. I'm opening the door. I'm walking down the stairs. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm checking my email. I'm drinking water. Do this for just 5 minutes per day. You can do it while you're getting ready in the morning, or while you're cooking dinner, or while you're cleaning your room. Just talk out loud about what you're doing in that exact moment. Why is this so effective? Because the present continuous is the tense of immediate reality. It's what's happening right now. When you use it, you're linking English directly to your physical actions and sensory experience. Your brain stops seeing English as something abstract, something from a textbook. Instead, it becomes a tool for describing your real life. This creates what scientists call embodied learning. Your body, your movements, and your language all connect together. And when they connect, learning becomes faster and deeper. There's something else important happening here. You're training your brain the same way children learn their first language. Babies don't start by studying grammar rules. They start by hearing and saying simple actions. Mommy is walking. Daddy is eating. I'm playing. They connect words to movements. That's the most natural way to learn any language, and it works for adults too. When you narrate your actions, you're using that same powerful natural pathway. You're not translating, you're not thinking, you're just describing what you see and feel. So here's your challenge. Tomorrow, pick one activity. Maybe brushing your teeth, maybe making breakfast, maybe getting dressed. For 5 minutes, narrate everything you do in present continuous. I'm picking up the toothbrush. I'm putting toothpaste on it. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm looking in the mirror. Say it all out loud. Don't worry if it feels strange at first. That's normal. After a few days, it will feel natural, and you'll notice something amazing. English will start to feel like a part of your daily life, not something separate, something real. Microhabit 6, build your replacement phrase library. Here's what I mean.
In conversation, native speakers use the same transition phrases over and over. Let me think. That's a good question. I'm not sure, but to be honest, from my experience, these phrases are everywhere. They're like the glue that holds conversations together. And here's the secret. They also buy you time. When you use them, you get 2 or 3 extra seconds to find the right words. Your listener doesn't notice you're thinking. They just hear natural, fluent English. So what you need to do is this. Make a list of 10 replacement phrases. Write them down. Then practice saying each one 5 times per day, out loud. You can say them while you're walking, while you're waiting for the bus, while you're in the shower, anywhere. The goal is to make them automatic. So automatic that they come out of your mouth without thinking. When that happens, you'll sound natural and confident even when your brain is still searching for the next words to say. Think of these phrases as scaffolding. In construction, scaffolding is the temporary structure that holds everything up while the real building is being made. Replacement phrases work the same way. They hold up your conversation while your brain does the real work behind the scenes. Native speakers use them all the time. That's why they sound so smooth and fluent. They're not actually speaking perfectly all the time. They're just using these little phrases to give themselves time to think. And now you can do the same thing. Here are some phrases to get you started.
Well, let me see. That's an interesting point. I'm not completely sure. If I remember correctly, actually, now that I think about it, practice these 5 today. Say each one 5 times. Tomorrow, add 5 more. In 2 weeks, you'll have a full library of phrases ready to use. And when you're in a real conversation, your brain will automatically reach for them. You'll sound fluent, relaxed, and natural, even if inside you're still learning. That's the power of replacement phrases. Now let me explain how all these micro habits work together. Each one activates a different part of your language production system. The morning ritual wakes up your English brain first thing in the day. Echo patterns train emotional flexibility, so you can say the same words in different ways. The 5-word story builds creative combination. You learn to connect ideas you've never connected before. Question loops train speed. You stop overthinking and just speak. Narration creates embodied learning. English becomes part of your physical reality. And replacement phrases give you conversation scaffolding. They make you sound natural while you think. Together, these 6 habits create what I call an activation chain. Your brain develops multiple pathways to the same goal: fluent speech. And here's why that matters. Imagine a city with only one road. If that road is blocked, you can't reach your destination. But imagine a city with 10 different roads. If one is closed, no problem. You take another route. That's what you're building in your brain. You're creating many different pathways to speaking English. The more pathways you have, the easier and faster speaking becomes. This is how neuroplasticity works. Your brain physically changes based on what you practice. Every time you repeat one of these micro habits, you're strengthening a neural connection. At first, that connection is weak, like a small dirt path in a forest. But if you walk that path every single day, it becomes stronger. It becomes a clear trail, then a road, then a highway. And when it's a highway, words flow fast and easy. You don't have to think anymore. Your brain just knows what to do. That's fluency. And you're building it right now. The key to all of this is consistency. You don't need to practice for hours. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up every single day. 10 to 15 minutes per day using these micro habits will transform your speaking ability. Not in years, in weeks. Because small actions, repeated daily, create massive results over time. That's the science. That's how your brain learns. And that's how you're going to become fluent. One small habit at a time, one day at a time, one sentence at a time. So let's recap what we've learned today. Your brain has 2 language systems: receptive for understanding and productive for speaking. They are separate systems. They must be trained separately. Understanding English doesn't automatically give you the ability to speak English. That's why you can watch movies and understand them, but still freeze when someone asks you a question. Your receptive system is strong, but your productive system needs training. And that's exactly what these 6 micro habits do. They train your productive language center every single day. Here's what you need to remember. First, speak 3 sentences every morning before you check your phone. Second, practice echo patterns by repeating sentences with different emotions. Third, create 5-word stories using random objects around you. Fourth, do question loops for 2 minutes, asking questions about anything you see. Fifth, narrate your actions in present continuous for 5 minutes. And sixth, build your replacement phrase library and practice them daily. These are not complicated, they're simple. But simple doesn't mean weak. Simple means powerful. These habits work because they target exactly how your brain learns language. By using these 6 micro habits every day, you're literally building new neural pathways in your brain. You're rewiring it for English production. You're teaching it that speaking English is safe, natural, and automatic. And the best part? You don't need hours. You don't need expensive courses. You don't need to live in an English-speaking country. You just need 10 to 15 minutes per day and the commitment to be consistent. That's it. Small daily practice beats occasional long study sessions every single time. That's what the science shows, and that's what works in real life.
So starting today, pick one microhabit, just one. Try it for 7 days, then add another one. In 6 weeks, you'll be using all 6 habits naturally, and your speaking ability will be completely different. You'll notice words coming faster. You'll feel more confident. You'll stop freezing in conversations. And people will start asking you, "How did you improve so fast?" And you'll smile and say, "I just practiced a little bit every single day." Because that's the truth. Fluency isn't magic. It's just consistency. And now you know exactly what to do. Go practice. Your English-speaking brain is waiting. Before you go, I need your help. If you're enjoying this podcast and finding real value in these lessons, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me so much to bring you even better content and take your English to the next level. Just one click makes a huge difference. And now, here's what to watch next. Learn English in a relaxed, fun way through a gripping story. In The Last Lightkeeper, you follow Samuel in a suspenseful adventure while picking up clear, simple English naturally. Enjoy the plot, feel the tension, and absorb useful action and survival phrases without boring drills. Then, practice with slow shadowing to make the words stick. Click the video appearing on your screen now and turn a great story into real, confident English. See you there.